Good morning, grade 4. Today, inshallah, we'll be revising the science. We'll be revising lessons. What are some chemical changes? What are some physical changes? What are some forms of energy? And what is motion? Okay, here are they. What are some forms of energy? This lesson. And what are some chemical changes? What are some physical changes? And what is motion? So let's start now. The first question asks you to fill in the blanks with a suitable word from the word bank. Electrical energy. The word bank consists of mechanical energy, light, sound, gravity, and friction. The first question, electrical energy changes to what energy when you turn on a light switch? Again, electrical energy changes to which energy when you turn on a light switch? Of course, it's changed into light energy because the electricity is changed into light. You can see light around you, the lamps are led on, so you know that the electricity has changed into light energy. The sum of potential energy and kinetic energy of an object is when we add potential energy, the energy that's stored inside an object, and the kinetic energy that is moving, we get mechanical. We get what? We get the mechanical energy. If we add them together, we get the mechanical energy. We can hear because of sound energy. Sound energy. When the sound vibrates, it reaches your ears so you can hear correctly. What is a force that pulls objects down to the earth? Remember when the apple has fallen down, Newton's law. It depends on what? Depends on gravity. Gravity is a force that helps pulling the objects down to the earth. So lastly, the last question is a force that acts opposite against the direction of motion. So what acts in the opposite direction? Friction. Remember when I told you when you rub your hands, you are acting opposite against the direction of motion. And when you slide on a hill, when you slide on a hill, when you're skating, so this is what we mean by friction. Here's examples for the word friction. Here is it. Friction is the force that acts opposite against the direction of motion. When you're board skating, when you're rubbing your hands, so all of those are examples for the word friction. Question number 2, match the following. Match the following. So the first column has stored energy, moving objects, electrical energy, tearing the paper, and frying the egg. The other column has electrical current, potential energy, kinetic energy, chemical change, and physical change. So let's try to match now. I have told you from a while that the potential energy is the stored energy inside an object, right? So the potential energy is the stored energy inside an object. So we can match it to number 1. What about the moving energy inside objects? What's the moving objects? We said that this is the kinetic energy. Kinetic is the moving or the movement of objects. Okay, when you are moving, when you are running, when the car is running, when the car is moving, we call this kinetic energy. Okay, now it asks for the electrical energy. Of course, electrical energy is produced by which word? Electric current or chemical change or physical change? Of course, electrical current comes from electric current. Electrical energy comes from the word electric current, so they are both related together. Electric current has electrical energy. Tearing the paper is a physical change. Why? It was one paper and then we have cut it down into parts, like when I showed you in the class. Remember when I teared the paper down, I told you this is a physical change. And then frying the egg is a chemical change. Why? Because there is a new substance formed. It was liquid and then it became solid. We fried it down, we made something new, right? So we made chemical changes to the egg. when we fried it in the oil on the pan, right? So we made chemical change to the egg. Now write whether true or false. Energy can change from one form to another. Of course, yes. Energy can change from one form to another. Example for this, plants. Plants that use light energy from the sun and change it into chemical energy in order to produce their food. Remember this? So yes, plants use electrical energy for photosynthesis. Of course, no, false. Why? Because plants use light energy and make from it change it into chemical energy. Rusting of iron is a chemical change. Yes, of course, rusting of iron is a chemical change. Ability to rust is a chemical property of iron. So it's a chemical change and a chemical property of iron. So yes, it's true. Cooking of food is a physical change. No, cooking of food is a chemical change. Chemical change, because we add two substances together. We add more than two substances together. Here is it. Look at this. Chemical change or chemical reaction take place slowly or quickly. It's when object reacts with something else and a new substance is formed. So change, we can have a new smell, we have a new color and release of heat, right? So when you're cooking a soup or cooking macaroni or doing anything, there's a change, there's a chemical change, because it has a new different smell, it has new different color. There's more than one object together, they create something else, a new substance is formed. So it's a chemical change. An apple falls down from a tree because of friction. Of course, I just said so. No, it's because of gravity. It's because of gravity and not friction. The parts of mixture can easily be separated. Yes, that's true. Remember the M&Ms I have showed you? Look here. Or the fruit salad. This is a mixture. You can easily separate the kiwi from the raspberry, from the peach. And here as well you can separate, and this mixture you can separate the blue from the green, from the red. It's easy to, the parts of the mixture can easily be separated. So yes, it's true. A solute is the smaller part and is the substance dissolved. True. Why? Because remember when we said that we are going to prepare tang solution, remember this? So we added what? Solute was the tang powder and solution was the water, right? So the solute was the smaller part and is the substance that is dissolved, which is the tang powder, of course. Okay, circle the correct answer. Moving car has what energy? Is it potential or kinetic? Something that is moving always have a kinetic energy. Something that is moving always has a kinetic energy. Burning of paper. Burning of paper is an example of chemical or physical change. Chemical or physical change. Let's look here for the physical change. Do we have here burning of any paper? No, we don't have any burning of any paper here, right? We only have evaporation, melting of ice, freezing, condensation. Those are examples of physical changes. Now let's look here for the chemical changes. What do we have? Burning of wood. So burning, there's a release of heat or light in the burning stage. So it's a chemical reaction. Chemical reaction, why? Because there is release of smell, new odor, heat. So burning is an example of chemical change. Earth's main source of energy is it sun or moon? Of course it's sun. It provides all the energy for the plants, animals, humans, everything. Gravity is a force or motion? Look here, we have just said that the gravity is a force that pulls object down. So it's a force, not motion. It's a force. Now here, which of these is a chemical change and which is a physical change? Here the ashes is a chemical change. Why? We said that the burning of wood is a chemical change, because there's release of heat and light and smell. So there's a new change that happened. It's a chemical change. What about the breakage of wood? If you break it down, it's a physical change. You change how it looks like. You change its shape. So this is a physical change. Thank you very much for paying attention in this revision. I hope inshallah it benefited you. See you next time inshallah. Thank you.